My name is Honorable Alabi Lukman Shala, the Chairman, National Association of University Students, Campus Monitoring Committee, Federal Capital Territory, Abuja chapter.
What do you have to say about the economic hardship Nigerians are facing? Things are really tough.
Well, judging by the present condition of the state of things in the country, well, one would be right to say things are not moving on the way they should. But this is due to some underlying circumstances, which I believe the government have actually been doing their best to tackle. But we'll also be right to say their best is not enough to curb the situation. And this is really having a detrimental effect on everyone, including we, the students. And of course, it's actually causing a lot of setback for we, the students, youths, in every aspect. For example, in our academic pursuits, where we have some who have financially constraints. So we have those who do not have the capacity to pay school fees and some other fees like that. And then we have some others as well who are unable to, meet up with their daily expenses. So all these are having a great detrimental effects on the progress of things in the country.
The president told us that he's giving up a renewed hope.
Of course,
Now, given how things are, do you think he has that capacity to steer the ship of Nigeria?
well, Rome was not built in a day. So the renewed hope is actually a promising one. And I believe the way things has actually begun, and if things should go on this way, then definitely the president will deliver. But we need some time. Time is what matters now. Time is very, very important. So time is what we need to give to the president. So with time and then with great effort and then with corporations of Nigerians, then definitely we'll get to the promised land.
Now, can you give us a time frame when it will get to start seeing the manifest of the
Well, when
renewed
we're
hope?
talking about development generally, because I would like to tag the renewed hope we're talking about as development in every aspect. Development has no specific time. Looking, judging by what has happened in the past. So I wouldn't want to give a specific time. In fact, I wouldn't want to say the president will be able to accomplish this during his first tenure. Of course, if he comes again for a second term, well, if he deserves it, he can go. But what we should believe and what we should know and have at the back of our mind is that definitely at some point in time, the renewed hope will definitely be materialized.
Okay, there is one burning issue of nepotistic appointments of the presidents.
Issue of
Nepotistic appointments.
okay,
He has been accused of appointing his kinsmen into key positions. And like as I can see you, it seems you are from the southwest. So what do you have to say about that?
well,
Should we
I
blame the president for that?
I am somebody who do not give due regard, or let me say, I do not give regard to tribalism. Well, I believe in competency and capacity. Like myself now, I am a Yoruba man. I'm from Kwara State, Ilorin. I speak Yoruba, and I believe competency and capacity should be the yardstick to judge who is to be in a particular position, not where you come from. So that shouldn't be a problem. Having having a set of Yoruba people on board in marshalling the states is not actually a problem as far as they are competent and they have the qualities to deliver. Deliverance is what we need. We don't need individuals who happen to be in specific positions due to where they come from. We need individuals who have the quality, the necessary qualities to actually deliver us.
Okay, lastly, the student loan.
Okay.
What do you make of that? Given
Well,
the conditions attached to it.
Well, to me, the prerequisite attached to this loan is quite cumbersome, and I believe if I believe the intent of the loan itself is discouraging because we are to go by the procedures. The procedure itself is actually cumbersome and it's quite discouraging. And then judging by the effect of the loan, well, their intent is actually to relieve the students, but I believe it's not that pragmatic enough. Yes, giving loan out to students is not one of the best ways to relieve the student financially. I believe the government can venture into giving out scholarships and then and other related packages like that. But giving out loan to students is not something I actually go with. So I don't subscribe to it.
There have been contentions about the credibility of the 2023 general election. I would want to have your take on that. And secondly, this 120 million that have been allocated for purchase of car for the senators. What is also your take about it
Well,
as a leader?
in respect of the first question, which is that of uh, the credibility of the election, yes, judging by what has happened in Nigeria in the past, no election has passed without having issues at the law courts, having all sort of unnecessary cases at the courts. So it has become a custom, a tradition for Nigerians to challenge the outcome of every possible elections, even local government elections. So that is why we have the judiciary arm. So, and Nigeria is a democratic state. So we all have our rights and duties and our responsibilities, and they are very fundamental. So if anyone should challenge the outcome of the general election, then the law court will decide who is right and who is wrong. The issue of buying expensive cars for our senators and the representatives, that is a very unwise spending from my own view. The spending of such an outrageous amount to acquire cars, exotic cars for that matters, is quite unwise, and it's quite discouraging as well, because that act itself does not in any way portray Nigeria in a very, very economical, stabilized manner. Because I believe if our representatives should acquire cars, then definitely we should actually venture into our own locally made vehicles, which will actually come in a very, very cheaper rate. But going abroad, acquiring expensive cars for their own personal use is quite unwise. And then judging by the present economic state of the countries, because I believe, but based on what I read, I believe this money was borrowed. Imagine borrowing money to acquire exotic cars. So it's like taking our case from fry pan to fire.